Hey everyone, it's Lexi. So it is that time of year again where we all do the mid-year book freakout tag. We are halfway through the year at this point, and so it is only time. Like, it was just a matter of time before this video would be coming up. So nothing too surprising here. I've done this video ever since I've been on Booktube, so you can go back and look at years, the mid-year book freakout tags of years past. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I feel like this is a good, like, kind of looking back, when I was looking back at my bullet journal of all the books I've read so far, like, I feel like overall it's been a very good reading year. So I'm excited for what the latter half of this year has in store. But as always, I'll have the original creator of this video linked down below in addition to the questions. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Definitely Daisy Jones and the Six. This one, like, I've never read a book like this, and going through the audiobook really enhanced this. I felt like these characters were alive. I felt like this actually happened. That's how cleverly and beautifully crafted and layered the Taylor Jenkins Reid was able to create these characters in this world, and it was just beautiful. Like, I, even to this day, like, I finished it like a couple weeks ago and I'm still thinking about these characters. Like, that is how you know this book was so good, when you can't stop thinking about it even though you finished it and have read like 2 other books since then. So it is very much on my mind these days. House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J Maas. Like, this is my equivalent of like a reality TV. Like, I know it's not like the best quality, but I'm just like, I fall hook, line, and sinker for it, and I can't wait to see what happens next, especially with that ending. I'm very curious to see what kind of goes on next. But yeah, like I said, I'm a sucker for these. This one actually is kind of cheating, because I was looking at my shelf and I don't really have any like new releases. Like, they're like books that have been around for a while, so they're not like, they're new to me but not technically a new release. But this one comes out July 5th, and it is Listen to Me by Tess Garrison. This is the newest book in the Resilient Isles series, which I'm really excited about. So in terms of like new releases, this is the one that I'm like most excited about. A World of Curiosities by Louise Penny. This is the newest installment in the Inspector Gamache series, which is my favorite series of all time. So when I saw that there was a new book coming out in the kind of later half of 2022, I was so excited. So I'm like waiting until it becomes available from the library, because I want to put it on hold as soon as possible, because I currently own all like 17 books in paperback and I want to keep it that way. So I have to wait until they come out on paperback. So I really much want to be one of the first people to get my hands on the copy from the library. This would have to be my first book club pick of the year, which is the Book of Lost Names by Kristen Harmel, I want to say. And yeah, I just had like, this concept sounded super interesting. It was about this girl who's Jewish who ends up becoming a forger to help create identities for Jewish children that are being kind of smuggled into Switzerland. But because, like, I just felt like it was very much like flat. I just did not, I had high expectations for it and it was just disappointing. It was very much heavy on kind of an insta love romance, and it wasn't as much into actually kind of her events. Like, her mother was also another very annoying character, and I felt the main character was also very annoying as well. I'm like, you have all this stuff going on, and I understand like you can die at any moment, but like, I feel like your priorities should not be so focused on love right now. But what do I know? The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. This one I've heard great things about, and I've seen this book around for a while, and I like thought it would be something I liked, but I didn't realize how much I would love like reading it until I actually like picked it up. I could see there's just like, it takes really like the crime genre and turns it on its head. There's, even though it deals with dark subject matter and it handles that in a good way, dealing with like murder. I feel like the author is able to incorporate a lot of kind of humor into this and lightheartedness, which I wasn't expecting. There are times I actually found myself laughing out loud with some of these things and just finding out how these like characters and like would insert themselves into the situation and kind of take elderly stereotypes and use that to their advantage, I thought was just a lot of fun. So as soon as I finished like the Thursday Murder Club, I immediately got the second book from the library because that's how much I loved it. So this one is new to me, and it is Taylor Jenkins Reid. Just because of how much I loved the like Daisy Jones and the Six, I definitely want to pick up the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Malibu Rising. So I definitely want to pick those ones up really soon. So I'm very, very excited to try some of her other stuff as well. This is not like newest, but it kind of made me revisit some of my old favorite characters, which are Jane and Mara from the Resilient Isles series. I reread this series for the first time since I read them. I started reading this series when I was 15, and the most recent book came out in 2017. So it's been a while since I've been with these characters, and I just fell in love with them again. Like, there was a reason why I was so connected to this series, and I think it's because Tess Gerritsen creates such complex and interesting and dynamic female characters, and I like seeing the ups and downs of their friendship and how they are able to accomplish so many things together. So it just kind of made me re-fall in love with these characters and made me realize what I was so drawn to when I was 15 reading the series for the first time. None, because the world is making me cry right now, so books have been my escape. The Office BFFs. I'm such a big Office fan. Like, it's just like a comfort form of media for me, and I love Jenna and Angela's podcast. So I felt like this was very much kind of it was just like a fun book, and I think if you're a fan of their podcast and The Office in general, this one just makes you feel whole, and just like the talking about the friendship. And I listened to the audiobook for this, and like they would be brought to tears, and you could tell they had so much emotion in their voice for talking about these friendships that they've had. And it's just, I don't know, I think it just made me so happy listening to this, because it's just like, it's good to know that they were such good friends, and like the cast was such good friends, for a show that I love so much. So yeah, this book just made me so happy. Shadow and Bone for sure. I think this is the only like adaptation I've seen this year, but me and my boyfriend watched it a couple months ago, and I thought it was really good because I think it took a lot of the kind of flaws within the book itself and kind of expanded upon these characters, made them more dynamic. And yeah, I'm very excited for season 2. The second book was my favorite within the series, and so yeah, I thought this was really well done. So I'm a little late to the viewing of the TV show, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a really good job. The Week in My Life from April. I've just getting into that style of vlogging, and kind of some of the creative stuff that I incorporated into the video made it a lot of fun. So I definitely like filming these where I don't really talk. You can just kind of see snippets of my day. I do enjoy kind of filming them. They're very editing heavy, but nevertheless I still really like making those type of videos, and this one was the first one that I got really excited about and felt like I felt a good like rhythm with editing these. The Dictionary of Lost Words. I just think this cover is just very, very pretty. I don't know why, but I still need to. This is another book that I need to read, but I got this from the library for like $2 or $3. They had it on sale, like as one of their, like when you get in, they have some books that you can buy, and yeah, I just think the cover is so pretty. For me, I have a lot, but this one is taking like a high priority because I think the sequel comes out sometime in October, and my boyfriend also read this book and he also really liked it as well, and it is the Atlas 6. This is kind of a book talk popular book, but what is interesting is I still have the receipt from when I bought it, and I went to the bookstore after the second date I had with my boyfriend, and yeah, so I bought this, let's see, September 18th. So I definitely need to read that before I hit the 1 year mark, and also because I want to read the sequel and then I can talk about it with my boyfriend. But yeah, so I have this. I still have the receipt in it, but I just haven't read it yet. And so this is a good reminder that I do need to read this. I think this will be a good like September read, so I'm waiting until then to pick it up. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of your kind of best surprises and like best reads were and biggest disappointments were for your reading so far this year. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.